Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Talisha from CreativiTeeByT here on YouTube and Instagram, and today I'm coming to you with a pattern review, and this pattern is the ear warmer headband pattern along with a neck warmer. So I will start this review off by talking about the ear warmer headband. This is a pattern that I downloaded from Melly Sew's website, and the backstory behind that is that I was looking for something simple to make for family members around the holiday. We normally draw names, and that we did. But for the ones that I do not pick, I do like to get them a little something that's not going to be too expensive, because that would defeat the purpose of drawing names. And so I thought this would be absolutely perfect, and I batch sewed all 15 of those at the same time. This pattern is a one size fits all, so there is no small, medium, or large, but it is supposed to be sized to fit most adult heads. The pattern instructions were super duper easy to follow, and honestly, if you are not a beginner to sewing, then you won't even need the instructions, but it is nice to have just to see what the designer's intentions were. The fabric that I used was fleece fabric that I had in my stash from a previous project, and then I purchased Sherpa for the inside, and I purchased that from Joann Fabrics. The only pattern alteration that I made was cutting out my fabric about a ½ inch wider all the way around. I made that alteration because the Sherpa was very thick, and when I made my sample warmer just to see how it was going to turn out, the Sherpa being so thick caused it to be a little bit skinnier than what it should have been. So by me cutting it out a ½ inch wider all the way around, it gave it the normal size with the finished product. The one thing about the pattern that I noticed is that because it's one size fits all, some people that may have a larger head than others are going to have issues with the little U shapes that fit over the ears. So with my brother, my dad, and my husband, actually, those little U-shaped dips did not fit over their ears. They sat somewhere else on their head. So if I batch sewed that again, I would probably just eliminate the U shape and just make it a complete square without the dip, and I would just go with the widest measurements of the pattern, which is 4½ inches wide on the fold and 11½ inches long. This is a very simple pattern to sew up, and I would definitely sew this again. And it's also very good for your scraps. So if you have fleece scraps, you can definitely sew this up, and you don't necessarily have to have the Sherpa. I use the Sherpa because it is warm and stretchy at the same time, and actually Melly on Melly Sews use Sherpa as well. So I just wanted to get the most out of the pattern. I wanted it to be beneficial to me, especially since I live in Indiana where it snows. As you can tell in this video, it was getting down that day. It was so cold and windy at the same time, but I was super duper warm. My ears did not get cold. My head didn't even get cold because of this ear warmer headband. So I highly recommend it. So now let's talk about the neck warmer. The neck warmer is something that I self-drafted, and it was made pretty much the same exact way that the ear warmer headband was made. I cut 2 pieces of fabric that measured about 15 to 17 inches long on the fold and 9 inches wide, and I put them together the same way that I put together the ear warmers. I actually made the neck warmers a couple of years ago, and I had used some leftover fabric from when I made a cape in the same fleece fabric. But I wouldn't say that this is a scrap busting project, because once you open up your fabric off of the fold, your length of the neck warmer is going to be about 30 inches long, 30 to 32 inches. And usually when you have scraps, they're not that large, especially if you're trying to do multiples. But in some instances, you may be able to find this as a scrap busting project. But I tell you, the neck warmer is super warm, and it is just perfect for the weather, just as the ear warmer headband is. So this is a perfect gift set. You could not go wrong by making something like this for a person that lives in a colder climate. This, like I'm telling you, is a lifesaver. And you have people like me who don't particularly like to wear bulky coats, and this really serves as a warm option to not have to wear a big bulky coat to keep me warm, because these accessories are going to do the trick. So now in the next clip, I'm going to show you what the main fabric piece is going to look like when it's cut out, and what the sherpa looks like when it's cut out, and how it looks when it's open. All you have to do is put the fabrics down with the right sides of the fabrics facing and pin it lengthwise. Once you have those side seams pinned up, all you have to do is take it to the sewing machine and sew them down. Then you're going to want to turn your fabric out so that the raw edges are in the inside. Match up your seams with a small opening to pull the fabric through, and once you pull the fabric through, you're going to close the edge and you're done. Alright, so now I'm going to leave you with some money shot photos so you can see what they look like on different people. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.